Hello everyone, welcome to another Alpha Strike replay video. We are continuing with Battle Armour and we're going to design an inner sphere one. Tarron's going to show us how it's done.
I've already technically done it, so I'm going to run you through what I did, basically. Although we might do some other stuff. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, me Battle Armour this time. So what I'm going to do is we've got this one pointed at the screen there. You can see my wallsies. So this is Mega Mech Lab we're in, and we have a Battle Armour page. This is brand new Battle Armour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load from File, and we're going to look for the one that I made this morning, because I'm really, really bad at this. There's the Fire Ant one that we got, atoms that we just built then. Let's bring that up, actually, and they can have a quick look at the screen there. So yeah, there's the Battle Armour one. You can see their armor points over here. Each trooper has their own armor points. BVN cost there. Manipulators, jump booster. You go to equipment and you've got this lot, assigned criticals, and you've got it all in there. Okay?
It's pretty easy, isn't it?
All good, all groovy.
After all.
You remember I said to you that just recently, we were talking about the scenario that we're going to do, and I thought of like a Terminator style thing, in the bunker scene where the Terminator walks in and starts blaming people. And I thought, mimetic armor and all that cool stuff, make it fade into the background like a predator, and it could just start picking people.
But
no.
I was waiting for it.
I didn't go quite that, but I did call it the Terminator T100 Battle Armor because, why not? So let's load that up.
The Tarron 100.
The Tarron 100, yeah.
Tarron's Terminator.
It is the Tarron T100. Now,
yes.
You
could just call it the Tarron. No, Terminator's good. That's fine.
Now, the scenario we're thinking of is, for this one, was going to be kind of against infantry. Right, so we're going to be trying to move through like a big warehouse type thing. We're still working on the scenario, but it was going to be a lot of anti-infantry stuff. Okay, I want you to bear that in mind when I show you a light humanoid battle armor. Okay, so I went for light, which gives you a max of 0.75 tons. I've got 4 guys in the squad. It is humanoid. It is 3050 and inner sphere standard. So I managed to pare it down quite a lot. The tech level is not that bad. This is just after the clan invasion. They've gone, we need something to kill people with. I gave it 4 points of armor, just standard everyday armor. So they're not going to last very long, unfortunately.
Because they're light.
Because they're very light.
That's the max.
But I gave them a walk of 3. So they have a 3 movement. Right? It takes up actually quite a bit of your weight, I think. Yeah. Oh, well, 60 kilos worth. So it's not too bad. But
but on a light frame.
On a light frame, when you've only got 750 kilos to work with, right. I'm down to under 600 already. But I did want to give them a walk that would let them either make turns and still move a decent amount, or preferably move in a straight line and get some sort of modifier.
Yeah.
And 3 is the minimum you have to be able to move in order to get a modifier, if I remember correctly.
True.
I'm pretty sure that's
3 is +1.
Your minimum for a +1. So that gives me just a slight advantage. And it lets me get where I want to go nice and quick. I gave them battle claws because I also want them to be able to go places on Omnimex or the newer Omnimex. But I also like the battle claw for just, I got too close to that squad of infantry, so let's just pull it apart.
Did you? So it was 1 claw?
No, I gave them 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've given them 2. And what they've got is the... so you got Swarm, Leg Attack, and Mechanized are all yeses. Right? And what I've given them is machine guns. I wanted at least 1 machine gun. And I was thinking, like, multiple machine guns and like have 1 arm that was all just like machine guns. And then I thought, you can only get 2 critical spaces on the... So you've only got the 2 critical spaces if you have a manipulator.
You've got a lot less, haven't you, with the light chassis?
With the light chassis, you've got... It's a big dip. You have to really squeeze stuff in. You can't go mad. And you have to be pretty pretty sparse with your stuff. Now, we don't have to track ammo, so I got 2 medium machine guns, which is just a standard machine gun. I got 1 in each arm. So there's 1 machine gun in the left arm, 1 machine gun in the right arm, and then they've each got a battle claw in each arm. So it's kind of like a with the thing sticking out here.
Yeah.
Having fun with this. And then I gave them a flamer in the body.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So the battle armor flamer is actually, I think that gives you a 3d6 versus infantry. The machine guns, standard machine guns, are 2d6 for a battle armor machine gun, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And the flamer is I'm pretty sure it's a 3d6. It might be a 4, but I think it's a 3.
I'm pretty sure it was, the pulse was like 4. I think the flamer was 3 or something.
I can look it up.
Well, I can look it up. Yeah,
but it should be in Total War.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got the manipulators, I've got the 2 machine guns, and I've got the flamer in the chest. They've only got 4 points of armor, but they've got a 3 move. And then I was looking at this and I'm thinking, I haven't really got anything else that I really need that I can fit into about 40 or 50 kilos, right? There's nothing really that much that I can do with it.
3d6 for the
3d6 for the flamer. Yeah, so the machine gun is 1d6.
1d6.
And the flamer is 3d6. So, yeah, I'm loving it.
That's a lot.
So what I gave them was what they call a mission equipment slot. So mission equipment storage. I've just given it as the rest of the weight. It only comes up as 1 kilo. You can't actually adjust that in the thing. It only comes up as 1 kilo. But I've decided to give them 10 kilos of mission equipment storage.
Wow.
So the scenario that we're thinking of, that'll be them going into this area and they open their chest up and take the little doodah out and stick it on the thing, and then they have to hold the dudes off while the doodah does the thing.
Oh.
And then they can get out again.
Nice.
How does that sound?
Sounds like, well, it sounds good until the point where you stop moving and hold a position when you actually have to generate more.
Yeah. So,
but still,
I honestly don't think these guys are going to last very long. I think the clan guys that you made would last far longer than these dudes because you gave them like 14 points of... Yeah, so they're going to be fairly hard hitting and there isn't going to be a lot of cover around the place. And that was why I went full-on anti-infantry stuff.
Yeah.
The 2 machine guns gives me basically 2d6 against a unit out of cover, doubled.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the flamer gives me 3d6 doubled against out of cover. And they're basically always going to be out of cover in this one. There's very little I can think of that we can put down that will cover them, but not make it impossible for you to shoot them.
No, it's pretty much going to be like just either
an open area.
Open or not.
It either blocks line of sight and gives you cover, or you can see them and they're not in cover.
Yeah, which also applies to the battle armor.
Yeah,
so they're going to be.
And that was another reason I wanted them to be nice and fast. So what I ended up with was a 4 troop squad, 4 armor, the 3 movement. I considered briefly giving them jump, but the max you can give them is 3 anyways. And I thought I might as well just give them 3 walk.
3 walk. Okay.
It was easier to just give them 3 walk. I have gone light. We'll see how they do. They've got the battle claws. They've got the machine guns. They're very heavily focused on anti-infantry stuff.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to do quite well against, mechs or vehicles or anything like that. But this is not what they're for. I don't know which one to look at now.
You're looking at that one.
I'm looking at that one. Okay. So it's going to... I don't look at them anyway.
That's true.
It's hopefully going to be able to severely damage infantry before they can get a solid shot off. Right now, the way BattleTech works, that doesn't really track, but hopefully I can get a solid run towards them, keep the range back, but my modifier up, wipe a unit out from a slight distance, because they're only going to be like rifle troops or whatever.
Yeah.
And hopefully that will be enough to get me through to the objective. I can put the thingy down and then get out. And we'll see how we do.
Well, as we've talked about the infantry and things like that, there are there are some options. They either move or shoot, but they can do quite a bit of damage.
Quite a bit of damage.
So it's something that we have to sort of consider when we go in.
I think, honestly, the thing that I fear the most with these guys is just a standard troop of foot infantry with rifles.
Yeah.
Because that's, even on an average roll, that's about 9 points of damage.
Whoa.
Split into 2-point groups. And because they're in 2-point groups, they go against individual locations, which is individual troopers. So those 2-point groups, which is 4 2-point groups and a 1.
Right, okay, so 3 hits from those are going to take out a dude, because it's 4 armor plus the trooper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you're going to be looking at a bare trooper 9 times out of 10 there. You've got a solid chance to wipe out my entire troop. But what I was thinking is with these ones, their cost is 1.3 million for the squad.
It's so cheap.
It's so cheap. And BV is 169, and I'm assuming that's for the squad. We assumed that was for the squad for Adam's one, so we're assuming it's for the squad for this one as well.
It is.
169 is not a lot.
Well, we're balancing it BV still. So, that'll help.
We're going to need to take at least 2 troops.
Yeah.
So we take 2 squads of yours, and then I'll take an equivalent in BV in mine, and we'll see how they do.
We could just, I don't know. We were talking about it as to do just the inner sphere guys with their mission.
Well, that was what I mean. If we do the clan one, and you take a squad of yours, and I'll take a squad of yours.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll control them together, and we'll do the infantry as like just attacking nearest people and all that jazz.
All that sort of thing.
Whatever. And we'll take an equivalent in BV of the inner sphere ones, and we'll see how well they do. And you control half, I control half, and we'll see how they do. Because yours were like 500, weren't they?
They're a lot more. Yeah. Oh, we've got it written here.
It's 500.
547.
Okay, so 5. 2 of them will be 1,080, 1,094.
That's a lot of infantry. Hey, that's a lot of conventional infantry. And mechanized, which are a lot faster. They can get in position and cause some problems.
But, I mean, 1,094, I can get about 7 or 8 of these.
Yeah.
For the 2 of those.
And if we bump up the gunnery and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might work.
This would be fun. This would be cool. These are cool.
So I think they're a fairly...
fast and lots of weapons for infantry. That's cool.
They're not bad. I mean, I would like to give them things like the stealth armor and that sort of stuff. So if you come in here, you can give them improved stealth armor and drop it down by a point. Right, so you now got 3 points improved stealth armor. But what the improved stealth armor gives you is modifiers for distance.
Yeah.
So if you're going up against vehicles and mechs and that sort of stuff, then you've got a better advantage here, right? Yeah. You can take that and you can even say, okay, so what about 30-60-ish and advanced tech? And you can go, okay, let's take mimetic armor. And the mimetic armor is actually lighter, so you can get the 4 points again. And that means that they've got a 3 walk. They can move quite quickly, but if they stand still, they're harder to hit.
Yeah. And it's infantry also affected by that, aren't they? Because some, we talked about it before, some of them don't affect infantry. It's only like your mechs.
And so you can have an armor type like either stealth armors, any of the stealth armors, and you can have a camo system like mimetic armor or just a standard camo system.
Yeah.
And you can add them together. So you get the bonuses for each. But you don't get stealth bonuses versus infantry unless you take a fairly specific piece of equipment that I read about a little while ago. There is a stealth armor that works on infantry as well, although I'm stumped as to how it actually works.
But for what you want, how you had it before, that works well.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And it's pretty cool. I did very briefly do something else. Where did I put it? Let's see if I kept it. I can't remember. Test quad. There it is.
Test quad.
Ooh. Test quad. I was just mucking around with stuff, and I thought, let's see what I can do here. So I've got a inner sphere standard 3060 quad heavy with a modular turret, 2-point modular turret. 4 dudes in the thing, base of 3 move, standard armor with 6 points. 6 points of standard armor. And the turret it's modular, so technically you can take it apart and do other stuff. But the turret at the moment carries 2 medium machine guns. And then in the body, I've got a flamer and a small pulse laser.
Oh my
God. And I've still got... It's still only 1.9 million for the squad and 208 BV. So, but yeah, you've got with the quads, you have everything in the body anyway.
Yeah.
Except for the 2 machine guns that are in the turret, and then everything else goes in the body. But you can change that turret to be bigger. So when you assign criticals, you've got another space.
Oh wow!
But it takes up more tonnage.
Yeah.
So you could take out maybe take out the flamer from the body and put the small pulse laser in the turret, and that would be even better because then the machine guns and the small pulse laser will track, and you can just run this forward and
Oh, the turret's so handy, eh?
Yeah,
really cool.
But I've got an idea for another scenario as well that we're probably going to try at some point. But this one that I showed you just then, not this. The one that I showed you before is the T100 is the one that I'm thinking of taking for that. So,
all right,
I think that'll go quite well. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure it's going to die. But if we do it as BV equivalent for the clan one to the inner sphere one, then I think I can do reasonably well. I'm just going to lose like 2 or 3 of the 4 or 5 that I'm going to be able to take. So we'll see how we go though.
That's interesting. That's cool though. I like that. So different scenario, different style of play and things like that. See how they go.
If you take out those weapons, then you can put in like small lasers and things instead and make it anti-mech. Yeah. Because it has the battle claws, so it can do the anti-mech attacks. So
okay. Well, Dexter approves, so that's good.
Dexter approves.
Yeah.
I think he disapproves of something the neighbours.
He disapproves of something else. All right, so that's it. That's the inner sphere. Couple of inner sphere designs.
Yeah, well,
the main one.
This is the main one. This is the T100 Terminator, and he is hopefully going to not die horribly. But we'll see.
That's it. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video, I guess. All right.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.